In a surprising turn of events, the Green Bay Packers have decided to suspend young wide receiver Romeo Deuce for one game, following his absence from practice and meetings leading into Week 5. This decision raises questions about Deuce's future with the team and the impact of his frustrations on the Packers' offensive strategy. The Green Bay Packers recently had to make the difficult decision to suspend their young wide receiver, Romeo Deuce, for one game after Deuce missed 2 days' worth of practices and meetings leading into Week 5. Unfortunately, we had to make the difficult decision to suspend Romeo for this week's game, Packers general manager Bryant said in a statement on Saturday. His decisions and actions during the week negatively impacted the team and required us to take this action. While we are certainly disappointed, we are confident that we will be able to move forward in a positive manner. Romeo is a valuable member of our team and we look forward to welcoming him back next week. The initial drama stemmed from Deuce allegedly being disgruntled with his role in Green Bay's offense, which was likely to increase with the injury to Christian Watson. Still, Deuce chose the route that saw him getting suspended rather than staying the course and trusting the process. With this level of disconnect between the player and the team, especially in a player that is as expendable as Deuce, often results in a trade over anything else. If he is to be dangled in trades, there are a few teams around the league that would absolutely bite on an offer: Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs, and Pittsburgh Steelers. The Dallas Cowboys desperately need another option for Dak Prescott on offense, with the preference being a cheap option after Dallas dealt out massive contracts to Prescott and CeeDee Lamb this past offseason. If Dallas wants a cheap, young, and explosive pass catcher, Deuce would be their guy. On the season, he's caught 12 passes for 169 yards and no touchdowns while being among Green Bay's seemingly interchangeable pass-catching options. Green Bay's wide receiver room is quite deep, so it wouldn't truly reflect his abilities if you just looked at the box scores. The Cowboys' wide receiver room is one of the worst overall rooms in the entire league, which is really saying something considering the fact that they have one of the most talented pass catchers in the NFL in their room. WR2 Brandin Cooks recently landed on the IR, further intensifying this issue for the Cowboys. As of now, beyond Lamb, they have Jalen Tolbert and Cavante Turpin as their starting wideouts. The Cowboys need another receiver, and Deuce could be the perfect option for them to pursue for cheap. They wouldn't want to spend the draft capital that it would take to acquire Raiders wide receiver Davante Adams, but Deuce would be much more in their price range. With Deuce now sidelined, speculation is growing about potential trade scenarios, particularly involving teams like the Dallas Cowboys, who are in desperate need of receiving help. As the situation unfolds, will the Packers look to offload Deuce for the right price, or could this be a pivotal moment for him to reassess his role within Green Bay? The coming days could reveal much about both his and the team's direction.